Hi, Dries. How you doing today?
Hey, James, good. I'm good. Thanks for having me on this chat.
Well, thanks a lot for joining. For those who maybe haven't met you yet, would you mind just giving a little bit of color about your background, your experience, and the work you've been doing in digital for quite a while now?
Well, yeah, it's actually two parts to my story, I would say.
Oh.
One is I started the Drupal project 20 years ago, a long time ago, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
still the project lead today. So it's still something that I've been doing or continue to do. And then I also co-founded Acquia. And at Acquia, I'm the CTO and I'm responsible for product management and product marketing and some other things.
Fantastic. Well, Acquia has been right in the middle of the question I'm about to ask, but certainly all over the industry now, there's a lot of talk about composable content experiences, composable commerce experiences. But I want to talk about the customer experience and to get your point of view on why do you think the future of the customer experience is composable?
Yeah, it's funny because I've actually been talking about this topic for a long time.
Mm.
But I didn't call it composability or the composable enterprise, but the way I've talked about it is through something what I've called the assembled web. But essentially, I think it's sort of the same thing. And so for me, the assembled web or composability, kind of means two different things. One is being API driven and modular. And second is being low code and no code.
Mm-hmm.
And so let me explain that a little bit more and why I think that's important. So the first part, the API drivenness and the modularity, to me, that means that you need to have a great architecture that allows you to easily swap out components or services, right? And why that is important to customers is that it gives them the option to choose what's best for them. And so to use my language, they can assemble, they can assemble the business capabilities that they want. And so that enables like a best of breed approach rather than being locked into a single vendor. And effectively allows an organization or a customer to kind of build the perfect solution for them rather than maybe using an average solution that comes from a single vendor.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that second part, sort of the low code, no code, that means that a marketer or a site builder or any other persona is effectively enabled to make more advanced changes themselves, and that allows them to go faster. And it doesn't just allow them to go faster, it actually also allows developers to go faster because they can refocus their time and energy on innovation. So to wrap up my answer, I guess like these two trends, because I do think they're trends, like the modularity and the low code, no code, I don't think they're that new actually. I feel like they've been around for, more than a decade. And actually have been on a decade-long rise, which is great. And so I feel like in many ways, that concept of the assembled web and even things like WYSIWYG and other stuff is experiencing, I guess, a little bit of a renaissance under a new name or term like, composability. And so, I think frankly, Drupal and Acquia, we've been doing this for, more than 15 years. Just to put some proof points on that, we have 40,000 modules or integrations today. It's a great example of composability, including, e-commerce integrations, like with Elastic Path. And obviously we also have a lot of low code, no code site building tools because Drupal has always been focused on that site builder persona. So, and I feel very strongly about it. I think it's one of the reasons why, Drupal and Acquia have grown to be, such a large, player in the space. So,
Well, you hit on two very important points here, which I think we're now coming of age where these are now accessible to the market, is the concept of modularity and a best for me architecture so that every brand can design what the consumer experience should be that's perfect for their brand and reflects the brand values and promise and all of that. The second is accessibility and making that a lot easier and approachable for businesses such that they can work on the things that generate the value: merchandising, marketing, customer experience, fast innovation. And so, yeah, it seems like these are terms that we've been talking about for a while as an industry, and they're really coming of age now. So, well, Dries, thank you for spending the time to come on and speak with me about this. We're certainly at a very exciting point in the industry, and it's great to see some of these trends really hit a point of maturity and traction in the market.
I feel the same way. Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for having me.